Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shift Happens. We are hanging out in Washington, D.C., and I'm hanging out with Gino here. And so what brings you to, well, Shift Happens?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for allowing me to speak here. Yeah, we've been partners with AvePoint for almost 10 years.
Sure.
And we were excited when they were talking about putting this thing together, how Shift Happens, and kind of bringing all the things that they've done in the past into providing information to their customers. So we were very excited. That's one of the reasons we wanted to be here.
Gotcha. And so let's just talk about what your company does. So you're located here in Washington, D.C., correct?
Correct. Yeah, our office is out of Leesburg, Virginia.
Okay.
We're an IT consulting firm. I'm a CEO of Bravo Consulting Group.
Okay.
We mainly we've been focusing on providing IT consulting solutions in the Microsoft stack to the federal government for the almost 12 years. So and in the past few years, we're now expanding into supporting other commercial clients and going into supporting the mid to large organizations with Microsoft Office 365, Azure, getting into the digital transformation and getting to the cloud.
Interesting. So this will be a unique question that we don't always get to ask. What are the big differences you see between, say, a federal client, a federal government client, and the commercial side?
Yeah, absolutely. So with as you may know, be aware that the federal tends to be a little bit behind the curve on some of the technology.
Sure.
Like, some organizations are still in SharePoint 2003.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a little bit more than...
Yeah, 2010, but the biggest difference is the technology gap, right? The technology lag, the lag. And then also the other thing is the way things are procurement.
Okay.
And the reason I bring up procurement because it impacts how technology gets implemented in the organization.
Yep.
And the commercial side is pretty quick. You talk to the right decision makers and things get in place right away. Potentially, right? In the government, it tends to be a little bit more longer runway process cycle to get all that stuff. But I think that's changing, and hopefully for the best. Hopefully we'll see some changes here pretty soon.
So be curious. One of the biggest things that come out of Microsoft in the past couple of years is Microsoft Teams. Yep. Are you seeing any adoption at the government level yet, or is it even there yet?
Some of our customers are getting there. Not quite there yet because it's still fairly new with the government cloud, the GCC. That is recently was made available here, I think earlier this year. Yeah. And so some of those organizations are slow to get in there, but obviously in the commercial side, that's where people really truly leverage it. We leverage it internally for a lot of our processes, a lot of the proposal writing that we do, and we also, with all our partners out there, we share all those processes and technologies to streamline essentially the collaboration and solutions that we're putting in there.
Gotcha. Very, very interesting to see how that is coming about. I always get interested by the federal side, mostly because we deal more on the commercial side. Not that we don't deal with government, but you don't always get that aspect because it's, the government. Right. What other kind of trends are you seeing in the industry when you're seeing either on your commercial side or the federal side? Are people moving more towards Teams, you think, or SharePoint, or what? Just curious your thoughts on what's happening.
So a lot of things. So we recently got a customer that it's on the, interestingly, I was a nonprofit, but they work very close with a government organization.
Gotcha.
So they're almost like a non-government entity.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is it's not just, before it was all about, SharePoint document management, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now it's like Office 365. What does that mean to them, right? And they're trying to figure that out. How can you help me with my organization?
Yeah.
So it's about working with them and sharing or explaining to them what we can do to streamline a lot of their processes and the content. It's essentially about the content management or the life cycle of that content from inception to disposition.
Interesting stuff. The IT world, it's one of those things that, on one hand, people might say it's not changing. We're all still running SharePoint. But on the other hand, it's also changing incredibly quickly. So you got to be on the leading edge. And if people want to learn more about what you're doing or how to find you, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Our company website is www.bravocg.com. That's B as in boy, R-A, V as in Victor, O.com.
Gotcha. And we will definitely include a link down below to make it easier for everyone to find that. But we want to thank you for stopping by. We know it's a busy conference. There's a lot going on here at Shift Happens, folks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep everybody updated, and we'll catch all of you right back here next time.